Hello and welcome to Collective Training Group. The following podcast has been designed to assist you with your understanding of Mimir and Mission Zero. The podcast should not be watched in isolation and the standard operating instructions should be read in full. All the information referred to can be accessed via the Army Knowledge Exchange. The ultimate aim of all training is the creation of hard, resilient soldiers and commanders who can analyse, decide and manoeuvre to win in the complex battle space of the 21st century. Training provides the means to practice, develop and validate our forces, and next to operations is the most important activity that our army does. Therefore, in order to maintain our battle-winning tempo and decisiveness, we must learn from our training. It is not merely a process to get through, but an opportunity to mitigate our weaknesses and to harness our strengths. Firstly, let's have a look at the concept of Mimir. The name Mimir comes from the Norse god of wisdom. Mimir was the wisest of all the gods and had access to all knowledge. His role was to guard a well that contained water that possessed this knowledge. The leader of the gods, Odin, valued knowledge above all else and wanted to drink from the well. However, Mimir warned Odin that gaining knowledge would come at a cost, and Odin had to sacrifice his right eye for the knowledge. The symbolic meaning here is that the Mimir tool will provide you with the knowledge that is necessary to improve. The knowledge will be objective and measurable. Hard work and sacrifices are required in order to build this knowledge base. Ultimately, just like Odin, we must recognize that this knowledge and ability to learn from our training is what creates the winning mindset. Therefore, Mimir is essentially a tool that utilizes the combination of objective evidence and focused subjective judgment in order to determine competence, and therefore inform the validation of basic competence. Mimir utilizes performance indicators which are grouped under tactical functions. By focusing on performance indicators and tactical functions rather than tasks, competency can be validated on any task. The performance indicators are supported with conditions, standards, and a data collection plan. This column contains the performance indicators, which is a question that will indicate competence in a specific area. There are around 60 performance indicators grouped into tactical functions. You can view the complete set of performance indicators in each tactical function on the Army Knowledge Exchange. These columns will contain information related to the data captured and stored on Exonaut. Examples are numerical data, videos, photographs, observer-mentor observations, and they all support providing an objective assessment of the activity that was conducted. These columns identify the observer mentor that captured the evidence. The OMs provide valued observations of the training. The OM's primary duty is safety. Therefore, the OM will ensure that all activity has been risk assessed and that the mitigated risk is as low as reasonably practicable. The OM will be responsible for collecting evidence such as videos, photographs, recording of communications, and gathering the information from simulation systems. OMs will also consider the complexity of the activity when providing this evidence. There is a lead OM for each tactical activity. The lead OM will collate the evidence for the tactical function they are responsible for. The lead OM completes a summary for their tactical function at the end of the exercise, which will form part of the training analysis report. The standard achieved is displayed here. Performance indicators are graded green for fully competent, amber for competent with caveats, red for not competent, and black for not assessed. Therefore, a green or amber is required for validation. Let's be clear about what this achieves. The Mimir tool assists commanders with understanding whether performance has been competent or not, and the utility of the tool is in reviewing the detail. Here, commanders can see areas where the force element requires improvement. Assessing the overall competence of a force element is not a binary science, and the gradings will assist commanders, training enablers, and ultimately the commander of collective training group with making an informed judgment concerning whether a force element is competent or not. Here will be listed any relevant doctrine that can be utilised to support the understanding of the performance indicator. And here any relevant remarks that relate to the performance during this performance indicator. Now let's look at Mission 0. Mission 0 is the validation training event during which a force element will undertake typically 3 tactical activities over 3 days in order to be validated as having basic competence. Mission 0 is capability specific. You will only be tested in your role. For example, a light role infantry Mission 0 has been designed for the light role infantry battle group. There is a different Mission 0 for armoured battle groups. This is the case for every appropriate capability, including combat support and combat service support. CT 3 and 4 will be conducted in a field-based collective training establishment. CT 5 and above will be conducted within a live, synthetic and constructive environment within CAST. The exercise construct. When there is time, Mission 0 will be preceded by a training phase, typically 2 missions. And this will enable an early understanding of the training audience's strengths and weaknesses. Each tactical activity will be assessed against a full set of performance indicators. A period of reflection is built into the timeline to allow the training audience to improve on any underperformance. And the tactical activities are set out in Annex A of the Standard Operating Instruction. Mission 0 will consist of 3 assessed tactical activities over 3 days. Although Mission 0 is planned for 3 days, if the force element cannot be validated, then Mission 0 will be extended until the force element can be validated or until the end of the available exercise period. Mission 0's conditions and standards will as far as possible remain constant for each capability. For example, a light role infantry battle group training at Batak will undertake the same Mission 0 tactical activities under the same conditions and to the same standard as a light role infantry battle group training at Field Training Unit and Salisbury Plain. Where it is not possible to replicate conditions, for example, a summer exercise compared to a winter exercise, the variations in conditions will be recorded and considered when grading competence. Complexity is deliberately kept low so that basic competence can be achieved. Typically, an optimization phase will follow Mission 0 when appropriate. This will provide the training audience with an opportunity to increase complexity. To ensure the grading and competence is as accurate as possible, OM's evidence will be rigorously checked on a daily basis. Responsibility for this assurance lies with, firstly, the CTE TAC Ops or equivalent. The second line will be with the commander of the respective CTE. And the third line will be with the training audience's higher command. In summary, Mimir and Mission 0 have been designed to support both the training audience and the training enablers with information that is objective, accurate, and is valuable in terms of providing a testing ground so that a force element can reach a minimum competency level prior to being offered an opportunity for further enhancement. If you require any further clarification regarding Mimir or Mission Zero, then please do not hesitate to call a member of Collective Training Group.